We're going to use long division to determine if x plus 3 is a factor of this polynomial right here. Now, to be a factor means that x plus 3 times some other polynomial will give us this, with no remainder. So let's set this up as x plus 3 divided into, now, I've got an x to the fourth, I've got a 3 minus 3x cubed, I've got a plus x squared, a plus 4x, and a plus 21. Now I notice I've got 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. There's no missing terms, so I don't need any 0 x's in here. So let's start. So, start like this. X will go into x to the fourth, right? It's a division. So here's what you're thinking. I'll do it up at the top right. X to the fourth divided by x is going to be x to the 4 minus 1, which is x cubed. All right, so x will go into x to the fourth, x cubed times, so I'll write x cubed, and then multiply, right? How do you divide? How do you make divisions? You divide, multiply, subtract, and then bring down. So I've got the division, now let's multiply. So I'm going to multiply x cubed times x, and then the x cubed times 3. Here's what we'll get. X cubed times x is x to the fourth, and then x cubed times 3 is plus 3x cubed. Now there's the multiply, right? So I multiplied x cubed times x is x to the fourth, x cubed times positive 3 is positive 3x cubed. Now, subtract, all right? So I'm going to subtract. So when I subtract, I'm going to change all these signs. So this is going to be a minus, and I'll circle it to remind myself I've done it. Change that to a minus. Now subtract. X to the fourth minus x to the fourth is gone. That's 0. Negative 3x cubed minus 3x cubed is now minus 6x cubed. So here is the divide, the multiply, the subtract. Now bring down. I'm going to bring all of this stuff down. So it's going to be plus x squared plus 4x plus 21. Now let's start it again. Make the division. X into negative 6x cubed. All right, so what I'm thinking is this. I've got negative 6x cubed, and I'm going to divide it by x, so I'm left with negative 6x squared. So when you make the division, x into negative 6x cubed is going to be negative 6x squared. So that'll be up here, minus 6x squared. Now let's make the multiplication. So negative 6x squared times both of these. So negative 6x squared times x is going to give us negative 6x cubed. And then negative 6x squared times 3 is going to be negative 18x squared. All right, there's the multiply. Now, subtract. So when you subtract, you're going to change all these signs. I'll put circles around them to remind myself that I've done it. And now subtract. Negative 6x cubed plus 6x cubed is 0. That's gone. And then I get x squared plus 18x squared is 19x squared. There's the multiply and the subtract. Bring down. Plus 4x plus 21. Now let's divide again. X into 19x squared. So you're thinking this. I've got 19x squared. I'm going to divide it by x. I'll get 19x. So there's our divide. So x into 19x squared will be 19x. So plus 19x. Now let's multiply. So 19x times x is 19x squared. And then 19x times 3 is 57x. Now subtract. So change those signs. So now I've got 4x minus 57x is negative, get to right here, negative 53x. Bring down. plus 21, and then divide again. X into negative 53x will go negative 53 times, so we will get minus 53. Now let's multiply. So I will get negative 53 times x, negative 53x. So bring that down here, negative 53x, and negative 53 times 3, and then negative 53 times 3 is negative 159. I'll get minus 159. Now, subtract, so change the signs, plus and plus. So the 53x's go out, and then I have 21 plus 159, which is 180. Now I'm done, right? Because I've got an x here, and that's a higher degree than my remainder. So I'm ending up with a remainder of 180 over x plus 3. I've got a remainder. That's not a 0. So the answer is no. X plus 3 is not a factor. Now we're told that a polynomial and a divisor are given. So we're given a polynomial, x cubed minus 27, and a divisor means this is, we're going to divide x plus 3 into x cubed minus 27. Now, use long division to find the quotient and the remainder, and express the polynomial, express this in the form of the divisor times the quotient plus the remainder. Right, here's what that means in just numbers. Suppose we have like 4. Suppose we have like 4 into 35. Well, 4 will go into 35. I know it will go 8 times. That'll give me 32, and that remainder is 3. So I could write this. That implies that 35 is equal to 4 times 8 plus 3. All right, so here's the polynomial. Here's the divisor. There's the quotient, and plus the remainder. So we're going to have x plus 3 divided into, now look at this polynomial, x cubed. There's no square, there's no first, so I'm going to add those in. So I'm going to get x cubed plus 0x squareds plus 0x's minus 27. So let's start first into first. So x into x cubed. X into x cubed will go x squared times. Now that's the divide. Now multiply. Multiply all the way through. Distribute. X squared times x is x cubed. And then x squared times 3 is 3x squared. There's the multiply. Now subtract. So just change the signs when you subtract. Now what do you have? X cubed minus x cubed is 0. That's gone. You have 0x squared minus 3x squared is minus 3x squared. And now bring down. Plus 0x minus 27. Start it again. Divide. So first x into negative 3x squared. So first into first. So this will be x divided into negative 3x squared is negative 3x. Multiply. Negative 3x times x is negative 3x squared. And then negative 3x times positive 3 is minus 9x. Subtract, so that means change those signs. So now I've got 0x plus 9x, that's 9x. And then bring down negative 27. Start it again. First, the x into the first. So 9x divided by x. That's just plus 9. Now multiply. So I'll get 9 times x. There's the 9x down here. And then I'll get the 9 times the 3. That'll give us a plus 27. And then if I subtract, I'll change signs. So 9x minus 9x has gone out. Negative 27 minus 27 is minus 54. Now, we're done. That's the remainder. This is the quotient. So here's what we have. The polynomial x cubed minus 27 is equal to, now look at the form they want up here. The polynomial is equal to the divisor. Now our divisor is x plus 3. Times the quotient. Now the quotient is here. That is x squared minus 3x plus 9. And then plus the remainder. Now there's the remainder, negative 54. That's what we're looking for. We are going to use long division to find the quotient and the remainder when p of x, here's p of x, is divided by this divisor, d of x. So we're going to divide this trinomial by this binomial. So let's set this up. We are going to have x plus 2 divide into, now look what we've got here. I got a fourth, no third, a second, and a 0, and no 1. All right, so here's what we're going to have, some zero multipliers there. We'll have an x to the fourth plus 0x cubed minus 2x squared plus 0x's, and then that minus 8. So let's start our division process. So it's going to be first into first. So just do a subtraction here. That's how you know, what we're doing is we're making a division. I'll do it here at the very top right. X to the fourth divided by x. So it's really what? X to the 4 minus 1. So when you do these divisions, all you have to do is make a subtraction. 4 minus 1 giving you x cubed. So we'll get x cubed. Now, multiply. X cubed times x. X to the fourth. Those will always match. And then x cubed times plus 2. So that'll be plus 2x cubed. Now here's the divide. Here's the multiply. Now subtract. So subtract, change the signs, minus, minus. I'll put them in circles to remind us that that's what we're doing, that we've done it. So x to the fourth minus x to the fourth is gone. That's a 0. Then 0x cubed minus 2x cubed is negative 2x cubed. There's the subtract. Now bring down. So bring down the rest of this here. So we'll bring down minus 2x squared plus 0x minus 8. Start it over again. So we will get first into first. So x into negative 2x cubed, subtract, right? 3 minus 1 is 2. And then, so we'll get a negative 2x squared. Now multiply. Those first will always match. So this will be negative 2x cubed. And then negative 2x squared times positive 2 is negative 4x squared. Now subtract. So change these signs, plus, plus, and then negative 2x cubed plus 2x cubed, that's gone. I get negative 2x squared plus 4x squared gives us positive 2x squared. Now bring down, plus 0x minus 8. Start it over again. Let's start it over again. So first, the x into first. So 2x squared divided by x will be 2. Now x squared divided by x, subtract the exponents. 2 minus 1 is 1. So we will get plus 2x. Now multiply. 2x times x is 2x squared. And then 2x times 2 is 4x. There's a multiply. Now subtract, so change the signs. Subtract 2x squared minus 2x squared is gone. 0x's minus 4x's is minus 4x. Start it over again. Oh, bring down. Start it over again now. So first into first. The x's will cancel. I get negative 4. Now multiply. So negative 4 times x is minus 4x down here. And then negative 4 times 2 is minus 8. Subtract, change the signs. Oh, look at that. We ran out of room, but it's all 0, right? I just get a 0 down here. So that's our remainder. So what I'm going to say now is that that polynomial underneath there, x to the 4th minus 2x squared minus 8. I don't need those 0 x's here. This is equal to the divisor, x plus 2 times the quotient, which is x cubed, minus 2x squared plus 2x minus 4 plus the remainder, plus 0. Okay, and that's what we're supposed to write. I guess for some reason, up here, I'm looking at it up here, they want us to write that plus r. All right, so this is what I would write.